here with Stacie Collins. So, how is it? How's Sweden Rock?
Sweden Rock rocks. It's been awesome. It's always awesome.
So, I wanted to start off with, how did you start your music career?
How did I start my music career? I married a musician. No, really. I married a musician, Al Collins here. He was in a band at the time, and I was a music fan. But only through being able to be married to a musician, it threw me into that world and being absorbed by music. And when I had the opportunity to do some singing, because they were making music and needed a background singer from time to time, I would make myself available, and I didn't suck, so they kept asking me back, and eventually I just got better and better, and now we play in a band together.
Is it hard playing with someone so close to you and having a band? Does it come up like difficulties or something, or is it just amazing and fun?
You better say no.
Actually, it's really awesome for us, because a lot of
a lot of couples that they're split apart when one or the other has a tour, then someone has to stay at home, and
Yeah,
that was me.
Yeah.
He was in a band and they left me at home, and
All the time.
I said, why can't I go on the road with you? We'll sell your merchandise. I will be your tour manager. That was before I became a singer. And so eventually I realized, I have to learn how to sing before I could go on the road with them. And so then eventually now we became in a band together. So being separate is never an issue, because we're together all the time, so the road is a good place for us.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, and we like being together, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So, when you're forming a band, what's your best recommendation for young musicians out there?
When you're forming a band?
Forming a band? Any musicians here want to comment on that?
Bands are
First
really,
question.
really tricky.
I think when you form a band, you got to make sure you like the band members.
Yeah. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
No,
Are you sure about that? Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta make sure you get on with everybody, and there's got to be a certain flow between everyone as a player. If you got somebody that's not in the link, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bands are tricky. It depends on the labor too. You have people who write songs and playing, so it can get really tricky as far as in the business goes. Like, how do you divide the publishing, and how do you separate tasks, and who does what in the band? So it's nice to have band members who can do a little bit of everything, so everybody can sort of have their own part to play.
Multi-talented.
And then you come together, and then you can rock. But bands it's tricky.
But how did you get your music to spread all over Europe?
Lots and lots of gigs. Play,
Lots
tour
of gigging,
everywhere.
lots of salad.
Don't turn anything down. Play everywhere.
This guy right here works extremely hard for this band. He is the tour manager extraordinaire. He does
Impressive.
all the stuff that my brain can't handle.
We have several different booking agents, and there's a record label in Germany called Blue Rose Records that licensed the rights to Stacie's last 3 records. And they've also encouraged us to record today, so the show today from Sweden Rock is supposed to be a live record and DVD as well.
That's awesome.
I know. It's good to work with good people. Yeah, I'm surrounded by a lot of great people who allow us to be able to do what we do.
So, what's your best advice for young musicians to spread their music all over Europe, for example, like you did?
What's the best advice
Your
to spread
advice.
for young musicians?
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
spread it in
to
Europe.
spread you. Sorry, I just thought you meant in general.
Well, if
the
you're
best
if you're just starting out, you have to find other bands that are like you, that are further in their career, and try to open up the show for them, hang their posters, whatever you need to do just to get in front of a bigger crowd. Because in the beginning, no one knows who you are, so you have to hook up with someone that's doing a similar style of music, and just become friends. Just try to get more work that way. Networking.
Yeah.
That's a really good advice.
It's also good to have people who believe in what you're doing too. Besides the fans, like when you have people in the business, if you played and they like your music, then people want to help you, and so you have a team of people. Because it's so much work, you need more than yourself. It's a lot of people that goes into. My name's on the bill, Stacie Collins, but I stand on the shoulders of many, many people who allow me to be like.
Yeah, of course. So, do you have any certain experience that that have taught you and developed you over the years?
Andy, what experience?
Any experience that you felt that have taught you a lot?
Yeah,
or
man.
developed?
Playing.
Loads. Playing lots, man. The more you play and the more you
Live.
gel with your band members and the more you react with your crowd and you have this connection, you just get better and better and better and better and better. And a lot of Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones as well.
But
Fill your life with that, you know.
yeah, but I think it all comes down to the songs, really. I mean, it depends on if you're a cover band or if you're a live band. For us, we're lucky that we write our own music, so the songs really have given us wings to be able to travel to places like this and play it in Sweden Rock and other places because the songs are there, you know, and then you surround yourself with great musicians and then you just play your ass off every night, every chance you get, whatever the gig is, just so you can just get it going and then you get ready. And so when it's time for you to be on stage, you're fucking ready to be on stage.
You play every show like it's your last show, which this woman does every day. She puts 110% into every gig, and then it shows. It comes across. If you're half-assed about it and you don't put much effort in, or it comes across in your music, you know. But if you go out there and you deliver
Sorry
yourself,
about that.
yeah, minus him. But you know, if you put everything into it every night, it doesn't matter where, you know, it comes across in your music. One of the main comments we always get is about how we look. It's not about the music, it's about how we are on stage, how much we enjoy it, how much we put our passion in, and we show that we enjoy it. We smile, we laugh. If we fuck things up, it doesn't matter. You keep going, you push forward, you keep going, you keep going. And people realize that. How many times do we have people go on, your energy is amazing. You know, what energy, you know? And that's what it's about, is just putting your balls to the wall, love, on the line, you know, go. I don't know how old all of you are. I probably shouldn't be swearing, but you know what I'm saying?
Is this a no swearing interview? 'Cause
Just bleep it all out.
edit.
Sorry, it's rock and roll.
So, but who's the songwriter in the band?
Well, we write together, but we've been. We write. Stacie and I write together, but we've also write with other people. And as a band, we've written songs together, and just any combination of 2, 3, 4 people.
Yeah, if you put yourself in a room and you've got some people that you dig and you got a couple of acoustic guitars and you just open it up, it's like, you know, anything can happen. So we have got a couple of songs that we wrote on our last record, and we're lucky enough, Al and I live in Nashville, Tennessee, so we have a plethora of musicians who are friends who we can call on when it's time to write music or record in the studio. We're just like, hey, we're making a record, and they're like, yeah, we're there. So, you know, who you know and the caliber of people who have around you really make a difference.
Okay, so so not last, do you have any inspiring words to young musicians out there?
Keep going.
Don't give
What?
up, man. Don't
Don't give up.
No, seriously though, just
Keep going,
going,
man. It will look like there's. Sometimes
going.
you do gigs and there'll be 2 people there, and you'll go, "This is shit, man. Oh, I've done all this work for 2 things." And then if you just keep going, the light will eventually appear at the end.
And
of
then
your
like
tunnel.
12 gigs later, somebody goes, yeah, I saw you at the so-and-so and you're pretty good, blah, blah, blah. You're like,
And then you
really?
end up playing Sweden Rock. You know, voila.
It's just building it. You just got to work your ass off, really. There's no shortcut. I mean, if you're spending time, depending on what your craft is, if you're a songwriter, write great songs. If you're not a songwriter, find people who are great songwriters and bring them into your circle. You don't have to write the songs. If you're not a writer, that's all right. Maybe you're just a player. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you scat. Maybe it's your melody thing. But you just put people together who dig what you're doing, and you keep that momentum going, and you just keep working at it and working at it and working at it and working at it and fucking working at it. You don't give up. And then before you know it, next thing you know, you're just like on stage going, hello, Sweden Rock!
Thank you so much for coming here. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Mwah.
Booyakasha.
Mwah.